Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Stryker break. We got a trippy session today with this music. I don't know what's up with it, but I hope you're dialed in, locked in for another midweek mixer. We're doing a little bit of Bowman. We got some Bowman draft. Oh, look at the pack sticking out through that one. Maybe that's a good luck sign. Bowman draft, a little bit of Cosmic, some of the more recent releases. Got some Breakers Delight boxes, hobby boxes, archives, hobby box archives. You get 2 autographs out of there. And we got Topps Chrome update and a Breakers Delight box. How is everybody doing this afternoon? Everybody's on top of all the news, eh? Wizards make another splash, acquiring Anthony Davis for... No, the Mavericks are trading Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, Dante Exum to the Wizards for Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Branham, Bagley, 2 first-round picks, and 3 second-round picks. Okay. Strange. It's a strange deal, but okay. There's a lot of strangeness going on. I'm waiting for some Pistons news, and I feel like we're not going to see it. Because Detroit teams never do anything. But we'll see. It's trade deadline. What's going on, everybody? Camille with an early $25 super chat. Getting everything primed and ready to go, I see. Appreciate that. Well, we're on break number 1. Let me lower this down a little bit. There we go. Shall we start with a little Bowman? I'm a few minutes early, had everything ready to go. Sounds like a botched deal. I don't know. It sounds like an irrelevant deal, mostly to me, but who really, like Anthony Davis, doesn't even play ever. D'Angelo Russell, washed. Chris Middleton, old. Marvin Bagley, irrelevant. Like, it's just a bunch of meh. Money changing around. Good luck, everybody. Pistons news was yesterday. It wasn't even that. We got rid of Jaden Ivey, and we got Kevin Huerter and Dario Saric. Remember I was talking about Saric? Like, that's my guy. I like him, but he's not like a super, like, that's not a super big deal. I mean, Huerter is okay. I think it's going to help our team a little bit, but I don't know. It's not like a big needle mover, in my opinion. Something, I guess. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Starting with break number 1. Coming on Friday, we've got a new release. 2025 Museum Collection. Different format this year. All around different. We'll have to see. Flag needs Kyrie back bad. Not really. Here's why, Mike. I mean, if they want to win, yeah. They don't want to win. But, you know, you don't want to just get smoked. But they definitely don't want to win. I mean, they just traded away their best player. And for draft picks, they're building. Cade Anderson. That, my friends, is the number 3 pick in the draft. We've had a lot of farm system updates. I like the Baseball America's ranking. MLB came out with their rankings. Different teams are coming out with the farm system rankings. And Baseball America, of course, in my opinion, has the best. Let me pull it up real quick. We can run through it as we're ripping here. Get a little talk. So, number 1 is the same on everybody's board. There's Nolan. Number 1's farm system, Pittsburgh Pirates. They've got Connor Griffin, shortstop, number 1 prospect. 2025, they ranked 16. So, Bubba Chandler, Florentino, Seth Hernandez. Some of their best picks, some of their best prospects. Connor Griffin being a shortstop, he's probably going to make his debut this year, but you never do know. You never know. Matt Barr, purple refractor to 250. Muck City in the house. What's up? Cooper Flagg, 3 consecutive 30-point games. He broke another record. He just keeps breaking records. Most consecutive 30-point games for a teenager in NBA history. Quintero, sky blue. Condon, couple of refractors, Jimenez and Condon. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get that rolling nice and early, guys. Appreciate that. Looks like there's a different badge now. You guys seeing that? Or what is it? Mods? Get a little shield? Something. I got 2 different chats going and they look different. Maybe it's just on my end, the shield. Ooh, this is a good one. It's the Cade Anderson show this afternoon. X-Fractor, number 3 pick. Going to the Mariners. David's got the Mariners. Congratulations. Harmon and Janik. Yeah, so what do you guys think about, like, since they came out with a statement on the blue X-Fractors for Topps Chrome Basketball saying that you can turn in, they basically said they feel like the value is the same. X fractor, blue X fractor, whatever. That's the vibe I got from their statement. They're like, if you want to turn in an X fractor and get a blue X fractor, go ahead. That's a good idea to do, guys. You should do this. I think you're going to get a lot of people doing it. So then, like, how long does this deal go? Alfredo Duno to 150. Let me see if I can find that. Top's ripped. See if I can't find this. Here we go. Top's midnight. Man, it's not right out in front. They're not really advertising this because I'm on the Top's ripped page. Bear with me just a second because I'm sure you guys are interested to hear about this. I can't even find the page now. We're following up regarding 25-26 Topps Chrome Basketball Mega Boxes. And the packaging language that referenced Chase exclusive blue X fractors. We've heard feedback from some collectors, and based on that input, have decided to make blue X fractors, referenced on the packaging, available to collectors. Well, we don't believe there's any value difference between a silver and blue X fractor, even though we put it on the packaging as an advertisement, as a reason to buy this, to chase exclusive blue X fractors. Okay. I don't buy that, but while we do not believe there's any value difference between silver and blue X fractors, we do understand some collectors prefer the blue version. Topps will be printing blue X fractors and offering collectors the ability to exchange silver X fractors for blue X fractors on a 1-for-1 basis. Blue X fractors will begin shipping by the end of March, and all submissions must be created by June 30th. So you have until June 30th. So since there is a limit on it, I would recommend that you do that. Now, there's another line of thought that is like, okay, well then if everybody does that, would the silver ones actually end up being worth more? I don't think so, because since there's a limit of June 30th, all the people that are holding the wax, and like, those will never be able to be redeemed. So you might as well do it while you can. True Gold, Braden Montgomery to 50, and Gavin Turley, a blue piece to 150. Look at this pack, followed by Josh Owens' first auto. Nice. What else? That's the pack you want at the card shop right there. Colton says, side note, Anthony Davis to the Wizards. Yep. Yeah, we touched on that already. Very odd of them to, Tom says, very odd of them to even make a statement regarding value, considering they do not guarantee any value. That is very odd. That is very odd. I don't know why they would do that. There's no need to put anything about value in there. It's almost like they're just still trying to cover their butts. It's like they're reluctantly doing this. They're like, I guess some people want the X fractors we advertised, so here you go. That's like the tone of it. It's good that they're doing it because they don't need to do it. I mean, maybe legally someone was like, maybe we should do this. It's going to be a big pain, a big hassle for them. They're going to have to dedicate somebody, you know, I don't know if it's going to be like a full-time worker to just do that. I don't know. Here's the question though. Do you just send all of your extractors back and get all blue ones? Yes. Why not? Right? Why not? Especially if your silver's not gem worthy. It's a great point, Grip. Great point. What if they like rush this blue process and the blues have scratches all over them or something? Ooh. Murph, gray to $4.99. I want to know whose mess up it really was and if they got in trouble. And I want to see them. I want to see them. I want a picture of them. And I want a big circle around them. And I want to be like, this is the lady that did it. I mean, or the guy. Might have been a guy. I don't know. I'm just kidding, but really. No, I want to see who it is, though. And maybe, I don't know, maybe make a song about it. With them featured in my music video. I'm inspired to create a new ballad. A ballad of... What would their name be? I can think of a couple. Create a new ballad. Brand new ballad. Now that we have the AI capabilities, ooh, sky's the limit. It is about time. Easton Carmichael. You know when we'll have plenty of time? And I don't even really want to bring this up, but I just watched something on it. Justin, that autograph is for you, my friend. But we're going to have some time to create new music videos and songs. I told you it's a Kate Anderson day, and here we go, another refractor. There's going to be a lockout. So get ready for that. It's going to happen. And that's going to suck because it's going to be a long one. It's not going to be just a real quick and then we can get the season underway. I hate that. That's bad vibes, man. Prices on Wemby and others have gone up. Yeah, so if SGA is hurt for a long period of time or even a couple weeks, what's that going to do for the possible redemptions? Does that mean Cade, Wemby move up a little bit? Like all these MVP favorites have missed some time, which opens the door for some others. I just like Cade has these games where he doesn't shoot very well. Then it kind of hurts. Like he can do it all, but I don't know if he's got what it takes to win MVP quite yet. It would be cool. Does the MVP buyback have a limit? End of the season, I guess. They won't even have an MVP named by then. It's going to be, you're going to have, I don't know, months after they announce MVP to get it done. But yeah, there is a limit on it. Speckle? Jake Gurovich of the Cardinals for Michael. Since defect submissions need proof of purchase, will that apply to the X-Fractors? It's a good question. It's a good question. One that I don't have an answer to. Maybe I kind of hope it. Well, like, do we want it to? Because like you could come up with a proof of purchase, especially if you just like any you buy from here on out, just keep your proof of purchase for one. Number two, you got credit card information. Odds are you paid with a credit card. Number three, if you bought it online, you got your proof right there. So that's no. Oh, here you go. Retail Ripper said top support rep said no. Sky's the limit then. Get your product defect submissions. Oh, dude, if you gotta do it for every single one though, so I guess sending them all back maybe not the best idea. We're gonna wait on that one a little bit. Wait on that one for a minute. Let's get into this. Hit the like button. We only have 55 likes. 252 in the chat. I want to watch it go up. Let's get to 100. Please. Please, come on. If there is a lockout, give me a chance to get caught up on some cards. Well, you'll be able to someone brought it up the other day and they asked if there's a lockout, are the card prices going to go down? Maybe. It depends on the severity of the lockout. I mean, I might consider just because sentiment is going to get nasty. Fan sentiment when there's millionaires versus billionaires gets real dirty, muddy, and it can take, like, if there's a possibility that they miss a whole season because it gets to the point. Remember the last one, what happened? Where it got delayed into the season, but then they just like smushed the season together, and then they also made the World Series a couple weeks later. So like they made it happen where we still had a whole season, but if it goes longer than a few weeks, maybe even like a month, if it goes longer than like a month or two, you might not have enough games to like have a postseason. And then there's always ways to do it, but that would be really bad. And like, I think card values would drop if that did happen. Maybe not on the best of the best guys, but like secondary guys. You know, maybe not necessarily Ohtani and stuff, but think about it. It would almost have to, because we value so much on a young player coming and like having all those years. And like a lot of the guys that debuted in 2019, the people that like, we had a shortened season, they didn't get as many games in, I guess. And like, well, with the like the pandemic lockout or the pandemic season, you know, we didn't get as many games in. And it kind of messed with people's WAR and their overall stats. And we look to the future and we go, okay, like they got 10 more years in them. That's going to equal 50 more WAR if they're like an all-star level player. That gets them to the Hall of Fame. People start doing that calculation. You miss a season, are you going to be able to get into the Hall of Fame on these fringe players? So I think that if it does, that's where it would affect it. Fringe Hall of Famers. Probably not the best of the best guys. But even so, like, you know, Judge came up late as it was. He was like older. So even taking another year away from him would be kind of detrimental. Tough to say. Retro, what's up? We got Nick Kurtz, rookie. Nobody should be the Dodgers in any perspective. They are the reason this is happening. No, they're not the only reason. They're one reason. But they're not the only reason. That's definitely part of the problem, but there's two sides to this. It's not just the owners. The players want more money too. Always. Always. The owners want more money. The players want more money. The owners want it to be fair and competitive. And so, I mean, that's why it's going to go back and forth. The owners want, some of the owners want and the problem is you can't just say the owners want, because there's like 3 tiers of owners. There's small market teams, mid-market teams, and then huge market teams. And they all have a different agenda, different things that they want. And then there's the player side. So this is going to get dirty, you guys. It's going to get nasty. Would it hurt a guy like Connor Griffin? I don't know, man. We're just completely speculating about the future. We have no idea what's going to happen or anything. We have, like, Nick, he's not even in that bigs yet, so can he even play in the big? Like, we don't know any prospects. We have no idea if they're going to make it. There's plenty of former number one guys that never could, like they've been trying and trying. They just can't get it done in the bigs. So to be like, is it going to hurt Connor Griffin? No idea. I'm just like, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it won't happen. Maybe they'll get it all figured out and none of this will be relevant. But it's looking like we're going to get a lockout. Dustin Harrison. There's a difference between a lockout and a strike. Lockout means the owners are locking out the players. Strike means the players are striking and they're not playing. Two different things. Dustin Harris to 150. Texas. Maybe they get it all figured out beforehand and this all is moot. Right? A little flipperoo, Kim. Negative Trevino. Otani Night Terrors. Cade Horton Refractor, not bad. Kristen Campbell debut. Rafaela. And Mason Miller Cup Card Refractor. How about... I'm going to follow that up with a Breaker's Delight. You're welcome, Retro. Thank you for being here, man. And watching and engaging in the chat. Hitting the like. I appreciate it. If they miss a whole season, the following year is going to have one hell of a Rookie of the Year chase. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. The following year is going to be great for baseball cards. I love that. I love the positivity, that side of it. So I wasn't even thinking about that. We got to think about the poor owners that are only single-digit billionaires. I know those poor suckers. Breaker's Delight box. Let's get a little sneak peek on the side. I don't know. Well, we got our 3 refractors at first. Mike Trout and Mangum. Refractor. Rookie autograph to $4.99. And then an exclusive black and white mini diamond. Vivas. Yankees rookie for Eric. Mangum going to Michael. Oh, this is a good one to get. Drake Baldwin. Negative. True Drake Baldwin. Take that. Kurt's got him. Mesa Jr. to 150. Gorski to 99. And some base geometrics. Maybe baseball wax prices will drop for us. Maybe. Well, okay, let's do a roundabout. They're still gonna have baseball releases, right? So, like Series 1, for example, is still gonna come out, and it's still gonna have all the guys. So maybe the whole thought of like the following rookie year is going to be loaded. Maybe that's not completely accurate. I mean, maybe to an extent it will, but you know how they do it with Series 1. It's like guys who made their debut the previous year too late in the season. So they have their technical rookie card the following season. That's still going to be the case. Like the guys that make their debut later on in this year are still going to have rookie cards in Series 1 of the following year, lockout or not. So, maybe they just continue on with just those same group of people, because it's still Series 1 and Series 2 that they do that for. The only difference is they'll put like short prints in Series 2 of some of the guys that made their debut already, but Series 1 and Series 2 is pretty much figured out as far as the checklist goes. The previous year, it's figured out already. Like they already have Series 2 figured out for the most part. There'll be some things that they add in, short prints possibly. There's also an assumption of certain guys that maybe didn't make their debut last year that are going to they're going to be called up. They're going to start day 1. They're going to be there for spring training. They're going to be on the active roster. So, like, would they do that for a Series 2 in a lockout season? Would they already say, like, okay, yeah, this guy is going to be, and then give him a rookie card even though he hasn't even played a big league game yet? Sounds like a nightmare to figure out if you're Tops. Celebrated Family Cards, $19.99, sending positive vibes to all in the chat. Thoughts on Framber going to the Blue Jays? Did he go to the Blue Jays, or are you asking questions? I thought he was still a free agent. Yeah, he's still a free agent. So you must be asking, like, hey, could he? I don't know. Like, Blue Jays keep surprising me, but they've already spent so much money. Dude, my scissors are shot. Uh-oh. Oh. They're not working too good. Lockout seems like a great excuse to manipulate service time while they're at it. If they can do it, they will do it. I heard Framber made a PowerPoint presentation for, because, like, he hasn't been signed yet. Do you guys remember what happened last season? Probably why he has not been signed, actually. Remember when him and the catcher got crossed up? Nobody thinks that it was a cross up, even though he did not. He said it was. Everybody else is like, no, you just hit him on purpose. He hit his catcher on purpose because the catcher was like, ho, 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 and Framber just like threw a sinker in there, and the guy hit a home run, and then Framber was mad. So then the next pitch was supposed to be a breaking ball, and he threw a fastball like right in the catcher's chest. His own guy. Well, that's part of the reason probably why he hasn't been signed yet. And apparently he came out with a PowerPoint presentation to show all his possible suitors how good of a teammate he is. Yikes, if you got to do that, right? That should just be assumed. If you got to convince people you're a good teammate. Sounds like a Yasiel Puig situation almost. Camille asks, Stryker, do you think if there is a baseball strike, Topps will juice up basketball and football releases? I don't know about juice up. I don't really know what that means other than, you mean like make it... Well, I could see it on both ends of the spectrum. Like, they would be like, well, people got to buy something, so let's make these more expensive. Maybe I could see that. Making more of that product? Possibly. It's a possibility. More hits? Nah. I don't see a reason why they would do that. They're actively giving us less hits. So I don't see them giving us more hits. I see less hits. And when I say hits, I mean autographs and memorabilia cards. Parallels you can do whatever you want with. It doesn't swing their cost one way or another. Nice Shohei right there. Cyber stats. Seager. Got a pink Clayton. Aaron Judge punch out. Here's autograph. Frank White. Going to the Royals. For Noah. Ken says if you need a PowerPoint to tell people what a great guy you are, maybe, just maybe, you're not a great guy. No joke. No joke, man. It's like... Oh, man. It would be like telling someone how important you are. Like, I'm a really important, powerful man. It's like, if you don't know that already... I'm a real nice guy. Like, people just know if you are or you aren't. Dylan Cruz punch out. Like, have you ever introduced yourself to someone and just been like, hey, I'm Tom. I'm a nice guy. Good guy. Team player. You want your actions to speak. Your actions and your words should speak for you. I'm super rich and powerful, didn't you know? Well, you just told me you're a D-bag by saying that. Noel Green /99. His face after the pitch says it all. Yeah, he was pissed. He just turned right around. He didn't go like, oh, sorry. If it was a mistake, his eyes would have gotten wide and his head would have gone back and his hands would have gone up. Like, don't shoot. Almost like, oh my gosh, I'm innocent. Like, hey. No, that's not what happened. He was like this. And he just spun around, started rubbing up the ball. Why would you do that to your catcher? Like, he did nothing wrong. The catcher did nothing wrong other than try to save him. He was like, don't throw this pitch. And he threw the pitch. And it went long. No, I think he really did, Giant. I heard he really did. Bo Jackson, pink. I mean, I haven't seen it with my own eyes, so I guess there's an error of maybe it did, maybe it didn't happen. I'm not going to say 100%, but I heard he did. Just leave it at that. So it's just a rumor until we see it. And then if we even see it, we could just be like, fake. So, who knows? Unless he comes out and admits it. Kyle Tucker. 7/50. Look at that red beauty. Yeah, we're talking about the lockout a little bit. Yep. I think everybody here would be cool with having him on their team, though. I would be. He's an elite pitcher. Did you say he's 32? He was a rookie in 2019. And that's allegedly 32. He is 32 years old. Man, he's old. For someone who was a rookie just a handful of years ago. But that's kind of like a pitching prime. 32 years. Like, he's kind of right in his prime. Nick Kurtz. I wonder how much he's asking. Like, why? Like, it's just strange to me that he's not signed yet. I mean, we talked about possible reasons why not. But just for that, he's a really good pitcher. Jacob Wilson. Schmidt. Wood. Robert. Another numbered card. Green Matt Olson /99. I saw the Dylan Cruz wax pack auto on eBay. And I almost bought, well, it was an auction. So I was thinking about snagging it. Because the wax pack autos are so cool. But I missed out on it. I was also thinking, like, I don't think Dylan Cruz is getting enough love because he didn't have a good year. I think he battled some injuries and stuff. But I just assumed he would be underpriced based on his level of like prospect status. He really isn't that cheap. Let's see. He had a 0.3 WAR last year with a 79 OPS plus, batting average of 208. So I was like, he might be cheap. Turns out he's not. But I don't know what cheap is. Like, what's cheap? Wasn't as bad as Jack. No. But well, if you had a choice, Dylan Cruz or Caglione, chat, let's get involved. We've got a lot of people here already. Let's get involved in chat. Who would you rather have on your team? Cags or Cruz? Discuss. It's Dylan says, if I was in the position to give him a job, he'd be hired immediately. Not for decision making, nor for leadership, strictly for PowerPoint presentations for team meetings. You hire him for team meetings? Like, I know you got a solid left arm, but we really need a PowerPoint guy. And then he just lowers his head and he goes, my agent made it. Matt Barr, X-Fractor. Cruz. So the very first one, Tyler says Cruz, but then we got Cags. Cags, Cruz. I knew it was going to be like this. I didn't even tell you Cags' numbers. We should probably compare the two of them just to get some kind of accurate. How do I duplicate this? Because Caglione was on my fantasy team, so I got to live and die by him, even though it was mostly dying. He was much worse than Dylan Cruz. Negative 1.3 WAR with a 49 OPS plus. 157 batting average. However, he's 22 years old, so he's going to be 23. He's almost 23, Caglione. And he's a first baseman, lefty, 6'5", 250 pounds. Okay. Dylan Cruz is 6 feet tall, 203. He's going to be 24. First round pick, second overall for Cruz. Caglione, first round pick, sixth overall for Caglione. Just for a little bit of info. Mux would rather have Cags. What did I tell you about today? At least this break. Cade Anderson kind of break. We got another Cade Anderson. What is this? What is this? A hair? We just got some weird soft sleeves, that's all. Got a little run of weirdos. Just throw them in the trash. This, my friends, is a really cool card if you're a Mariners fan. Number 3 in the 2025 draft, numbered to 150, mini diamond parallel. Very cool for David. And Sean Gamble. It's the magenta reptilian to 199. Another royal for Noah. Austin says Cags. Cags, we got 3 Cags in a row. Cruz is on a championship team. Yeah, I would rather have Cruz because he's a more well-rounded kind of a player. More athletic. More tools. But Cags has more power. And being a lefty is kind of it's more important, I think, to be a lefty. because they're more scarce. Cruz is considered more of a consistent hitter. Consistency is key. This is true. But I think Cags might have more off. He does have more offensive upside. Wow. Landon Vidurek. I think this is our first Landon with a Y Vidurek auto that we've pulled this year. Tyler. What's up, Art? First time being here live? Well, thanks for joining. And thanks for watching. A good center fielder is more valuable than a good first base. Yes. Let's see a JoJo. You know it. We're in a JoJo vein. So it's only a matter of time. Josiah Hartshorn. Refractor. First autograph. Going to Chris. Not a lot of guys that can hit a ball like Cags. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You want lefty power, or do you want a more toolsy all-around kind of guy with championship experience? Let's turn 2. Everybody's doing good. We're doing real good now that you're here. Get involved in this conversation. Who would you rather have? Caglione or Cruz on your team? Afternoon adrenalized. Oh, cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're on Friday. It might be a good time to do it. On Friday here, we're going to be doing the brand new release, Topps Museum Collection. You know how I love me some museum. Love me some museum. I'm getting excited just talking about it. Luis Pena, another one of these sleeves. It's just got like a little mark on it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I'm just picky. Yeah, I think that's it. If you order from Card Shells, if you get the bulk top loaders, there's like 100 of them in a box. They come with this little pack of soft sleeves, and it's like they're like different sleeves. I mean, they're the same, but some of them, they seem like slightly lower quality. I prefer the individually packed sleeves, like the ones that come out of here. There's these ones that are like, they just give them to you for free if you get the top loaders. And then there's these ones, which are like the official ones. These ones are better. Cardshells.com, use code Stryker26 for a discount. Speaking of 26, I've been working on the new Stryker cards for 2026, and they're at the print shop right now. So expect a new batch. I'm not sure what's in museum collection yet. I haven't looked at like a checklist or anything. Yeah, Caglione's like a pitcher too, but he's not going to pitch, as far as I can tell. Hammond, Speckle, but a lot of these dudes are, man. A lot of these guys can pitch too. They're just not like, nobody's like Ohtani, where somehow you can put in the time to be an expert at both. Still don't know how it's possible. I think that's a guy who probably doesn't have any other aspect of his life. It's just all baseball all the time for Ohtani. I think that's like the only way. Like you literally just like live it, breathe it, eat it, sleep it, talk it, draw it, write it, see it in your dreams. And then you wake up and you do it all over again, and that's all you know. That's all you care about. You don't want to do anything else. He doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who you're ever going to see at the club or the all-you-can-eat buffet. Like, he is dialed. Nate George. And that's the difference between a legend and just a normal player. There's the physical God-given attributes. Of course, you have to have that. But then you got to take that gift to the extreme. Hone it in. Dial it in. Frame by frame. See what you're doing wrong. Frame by frame. See what you're doing right. And repeat it. And he just wrote a book. What, Ohtani did? Or someone wrote a book and said this, like, Ghost wrote it for him. Ohtani can't read and write. He doesn't care to read and write. He only knows how to look at a baseball and hit it and throw it. He's a known illiterate. In fact, one of his famous quotes is, "What do I need to read and write for? I can throw a baseball and hit a baseball." Signed, Shohei Ohtani. But someone else signed it for him because he doesn't know how to read or write. This is all a joke. I gotta say it. Sadly. Remember we had to have like a little sign? This was a while ago. People took everything I said seriously about even stuff like that. And I had to do a little like... No, I thought that was going to be laughter. I don't have any laughter. I don't have a laugh track. I need a laugh track. It's not that bad. It wasn't that bad. You guys are taking it to the extreme. One time I said Ohtani is illiterate. Everybody boos me. Willits. Since it's Ohtani, it's both a book and a movie. Probably like a song, like a full-length album too. It's written in prose, so you can sing it. You can sing the book. And it's also written in such a way that if you plug it into a computer, it can write the notes out based on, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but I think you guys get it. I'm pretty sure you get it. One more. Knowing Ohtani is going to win a Nobel Prize, too. In what? All of it. Well, that's that box. We got two more boxes in break number one. First, a Cosmic. It's so fun, Cosmic. I love it so much. Then we're going to finish it off with a Breaker's Delight. Oh yeah, his translator's still in jail. Wonder how long. Like if you stole, how much did he steal from Ohtani allegedly? It was millions, but how many millions? Let's say it was 10 million and you had to do 10 years. Would it be worth it? If assuming that they couldn't recover the 10 million, a year per million. I think there'd be a lot of people stealing millions if that was the case. 17, allegedly stole 17 million. Yeah, but he also allegedly gambled it all away. So, but if, like, what was his sentence? How many years? You gotta have a deterrence, like a big time deterrence. What if the bookie was in on it and he's like, I gambled it all away, but the bookie just kept it until he got out of jail, and he was just like, done and done. Yeah, I put 57 months is it for 17 million? Who wouldn't do that? Assuming he kept it all, or split it with someone. 5 years. Seems a little light. Pirates are apparently in on Framber Valdez. I'll believe it when I see it. I wonder if Ohtani paid for his lawyer out of honor. What's a great investment? I don't know, real estate? Maybe not now. I don't know, maybe though. I'm not an investment broker. I have no idea. You know what's a great investment? If you invest in yourself. That's the best investment, investing in yourself. Unless you're a real lazy bum. But if you're that lazy, you probably don't have any money to invest anyway, unless you just inherited it or won some lottery or something. But if you earned your money, invest in yourself. I don't know what that means. I mean, I do, but for each person it's different, you know. Start a business. Become a landlord, buy some property, buy a house, become a landlord, you know, something like that. Invest in something that you know intimately. Buy a restaurant. And a lot of restaurants fail, so you really got to know what you're doing. Juan Soto to 199. If you want a pretty solid investment, and like don't listen to me because I don't know anything, but I would say like investing in, I don't know, like VOO, which is just it's like an ETF. Pretty solid, standard, kind of just goes up always over forever. You're investing in like a lot of different things, and in general, the stock market kind of goes up 8% every year. And then don't sell it. Like if you buy stocks, you just hold on to them. You don't sell them. You hold on to them. Just don't deal and buy and sell and buy and sell, and just buy it and hold it. Something that's steady. This is A-Rod launched into orbit. Star clusters. Those A's boys, Jacob Wilson and Nick Kurtz. Marcelo. Dylan Cruz. O'Neal Cruz. So what do we got? 2 parallels? What kind of box? We need a little something more. Is there another parallel? There better be. I see one. Maybe an auto. Will you give us an auto as well? Come on. We want one. Here's a green. Green space dust. Big Willie style. To 75. For Tyler. Ichiro. That was a dry box. I think that means the next one's going to be loaded. I'm going to call it right now. Next box has an autograph that we open, which will be break number 2. One of those, but you know what we did? We ended on one of those boxes, or at least last week. Pretty sure we had one of those boxes You know what I'm talking about. They're not all one of those boxes. Yeah, we break in some midnight. Break number 3, we're gonna do a basketball break. Lunar, not one of those boxes, but I'll take it. You know. One of those boxes that has like a Stella Nova, maybe a Planetary Pursuit, 3, 4 numbered parallels, an autograph, like one of those boxes. Maldonado. First auto. Going to Eric. Followed by Tanner Franklin, which means this next one's going to be a parallel. Riley Kelly. 88 of 150 Mojo parallel. Here we go. We got some numbered stuff. Davlin to 150. Going to Tyler and a gold. Aiden West, 26 out of 50. Back-to-back Dodgers. Jacob Reamer to 250. Getting the Mets involved for Casey. Pac-Man freak out. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Well, those prices were outrageous. Was it $10,000 he was trying to sell one player for? It was like Dylan Harper, which is he's a high draft pick, but that was pretty crazy. I got a kick out of that. I couldn't help but think of the Stryker Breaks theme song. Those other guys don't got what it takes for a real good time. It's Stryker Breaks. I couldn't help but think of that while watching it. Those other guys don't got what it takes. Let me get these boys top loaded for you. Actually, that's the jingle. I said theme song. I have a different theme song. Different theme song. I think I have it right here. I wonder if this will work. Let me see if this will work.
It seems Stryker breaks with steady hands, unveils the magic across the lands. Join the break, feel the thrill as legends awaken and dreams fulfill. From rookie sensations to relics old, every pack holds tales untold. And there's the Secretary Bird. And if you spot Kikuchi, it's too late. Your luck's run out, it's not your break. But Clayton Claus is here for you to bring you luck and start anew.
The hits: Dylan Cruz, Matt Barr, Murph Gray, Hammond, Speckle, Quintero, Sky Blue, Negative Trevino, Gray to 499, Duno to 150, Cade Anderson, Refractor, X-Fractor, Barr to 250, Montgomery, True Gold to 50, Turley to 150, Mesa to 150, Gorski to 99, and Wright to 50. Got a base Willits. Drake Baldwin, Negative Rookie, Cade Anderson, Mini Diamond to 150. Kyle Tucker, 7 of 50. Nate George to 499. Pena to 99. Cruz, Nucleus. Will Smith to 75. Olsen to 99. Soto to 199. Gamble to 199. Reamer to 250. West to 50. Davlin to 150. Maldonado. Franklin, first autos. Riley Kelly. Mojo to 150. Vidoric, first auto. Hartshorn to 499. West, first auto. Noel to 99 on card. Frank White auto. Vivas, mini diamond exclusive rookie. Gurovich to 71. Owens first. Mangum to 499. Carmichael first auto. And Dustin Harris to 150. Break number 2 begins. Good luck, break number 2. Box number 1 is some 25 Bowman draft. Yeah, that's a YouTube thing. That's on their end. I had that happen to me a few times yesterday while I was watching videos. Just no sound. Refreshed it. Came right back. So if you guys ever have that happen, just give it a refresh. It'll be back. Do you have any new Bowman draft mega boxes? No, I'm not doing those. Valdez to 499. Hagen Smith, Reptilian. Marcus Phillips to 71. Speckle first. Pull up break number 2 for Peter. The megas are Iceman Chrome with the silver packs inserted instead of the special pack. Oh, our Bowman Chrome. Yeah, I mean, just, I don't know. Just don't feel like doing those this year. They're like, I've been scoring the Bowman mega boxes. They watered them down so much they're not good anymore. So I'm not gonna dabble. That's what happens. This is like a note of I don't know, like maybe a slap in the face with reality to Topps or whoever. When you destroy a product by making it so watered down, and in the combination of being watered down and expensive, so much more so than previous years, You're going to make people so they're like, I just won't buy any mega boxes anymore. And that's where I'm at. I used to love mega boxes. I'm not going to buy any anymore. No thanks. And like, you can only do that so much to so many things and rip people off so many times before like everybody's just like, I'm out completely. So they got to be careful. They think that like no matter what, everybody's just going to keep buying and no matter everything they pump out, but no, that's not true. Bobby, you got to refresh that, brother. Refresh, Bobby. Here, check this out. If I type it. There. It's a YouTube problem. It's not me. Appreciate it though, Bobby. Got it. Yeah, I was doing it all day for me yesterday on YouTube, watching all different streams, all different people. It wasn't even streams. Some regular videos were just like, I'd start it up and there'd be no sound. I tried everything and then I just refresh it and sound would be back. So Celestin X Fractor. Customer goodwill isn't infinite. No, it's not. And it's very finicky, especially for a product that is non-essential. People will even do it for some products that are essential. It's like, oh, steak's too expensive, guess we're eating ground beef. Oh, beef's too expensive, guess we're eating ramen. You know, like, people will do it for that kind of stuff, let alone a product that's just like completely just disposable income, doesn't really matter. You watch how fast people will bail if they keep getting ripped off. Oh, here's our pack. Seems to be one pack like this per box, and it's actually this pack this is the same pack in the last box. JJ Weatherholt to 150 in action, and Mitch Voigt to 75. Is that an auto? No auto in this one though. That last box had an auto in this same pack that was loaded with a couple of parallels. Mitch Voigt going to John. All right. Found another sleeve that had a line in it. These ones are good. Oh, Brandon, it's not on you, buddy. That's not on you. It's on YouTube. Well, they didn't, Nolan. They didn't technically upgrade it. They downgraded Holiday as well, because they took away the guaranteed hit. They've downgraded, like, they went from upgrading every release to now they're downgrading every release. And I'm sure that was all part of the plan. Because they created goodwill by making a bunch of releases better, adding more parallels and juicing them up and kind of keeping everything the same. And then now I'm starting to see the reverse of that. These products are starting to entropy and like lose their guaranteed autographs, lose their guaranteed hits. And it's like, okay, let me get this straight. You're charging more and you're taking away a hit. You know people are going to revolt, right? And then also another factor is that these releases are coming out. So I didn't really consider this because, I don't know, maybe I'm just lost in the mix too much. But one of my friends said, hey, you heard Stadium Club's coming out, right? Like 2025 Stadium Club? Like, of course. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, it's coming out like after Series 1? He's like, why would I buy 2025 Stadium Club if 2026 products are out? And I was like, didn't think of that. I mean, I don't look at it that way. And we're not used to, like, this is a new thing. This never really happens. But that is a good point. And this is coming from somebody who is, he's a, I don't know how to classify he's a collector, but not like a heavy collector. He's not buying like expensive boxes. This is a kind of guy who will buy a little bit of Series 1, maybe a little bit of Series 2, and like a little bit of update, and that's about it. Maybe a little bit of Topps Chrome. So not a hardcore collector, just like an average buy a box of the new flagship kind of guy. Not heavy, collects with his kid. So that's what like just a perspective of a common collector, average. Would you say that's an average collector? That's probably like an average collector. So they're continuing to pump out 2025 stuff into 2026 as the 2026 releases are coming out. For me, I was just like, I'm excited to open up some Stadium Club. Everybody loves Stadium Club. And he's just like, oh, I don't care. No, 2026 is out. Why would I go open 2025? I'm like, well, I mean, I guess you do have a point. It's just like somebody else's perspective that I wasn't thinking about that. High Number didn't come out until March last year. Yeah, that was... So there have been some things that have gotten delayed. Platinum Anniversary has been delayed in the past. That took a while to come out. Heritage High Number took a while. Like, we didn't even know if that was going to come out. And I thought that maybe that was more to do with, like, it's such a great class. We got to make sure. But they got High Number out at a reasonable time this year. So then it's like, okay, we got Bowman Chrome, or Bowman's Best, Stadium Club. I don't know if Platinum Anniversary's coming. I think Platinum Anniversary maybe also. So like multiple things are going to be coming out into 2026. It doesn't matter for Bowman's Best, in my opinion, because we're talking about prospects and rookies. So like prospect stuff can kind of come out whenever because they're not a rookie yet. It doesn't really matter when their stuff comes out, in my opinion, as much. Did you see the leaked email from Fanatics breakers how much they are buying yearly? I saw Neo posted a video on that, so yeah, I saw that, some of that stuff. I don't understand why people are making such a big deal about it. I mean, it's a big deal from a standpoint of the people's information who is leaked. I find that to be a big invasion of privacy and a big blunder from a Fanatic standpoint on that front. But there's no information that was like embarrassing or even newsworthy, really, in my opinion. Maybe you guys think about it differently, but it's just another one of those stories that these same content creators just like they have to jump on because they need content. It's just like the news, you know, when something comes out that's maybe not newsworthy, but when you report on that kind of stuff, especially negativity, like they feed off of it, like you can't help but click and watch when there's a negative story. It's like a psychological thing. You can't help but click, even if you don't want to hear about something negative. And, you know, people are content creators. They're on that. So, I don't know. I don't really... There's nothing new in there that I care about or think is eye-opening or anything like that. I expected everything I saw. Julie with a $10 super chat. Hey, Stryker, been on a long hiatus from cards. Looking forward to a new Mariners season. After going to Mariners Fan Fest last weekend, I might check out 2026 Topps release for my kid. Appreciate the super chat. Thanks for coming back and saying hi. Yeah, Series 1 is always one of the biggest releases of the year, if not the biggest. And that's from the standpoint of how many people are actually interested in buying the product. Series 1 is an interest, I was just talking about it. My buddy who really doesn't buy like a lot of different cards, but he will get Series 1 every year. At least, you know, a couple retail boxes. Caleb Bonimer. And I noticed that from like a content creation standpoint. Like my views are up big time around Series 1, which is going to be a shame because I'm going to be on vacation for Series 1. But I'm still going to try to have a couple videos come out about it. Gamble. Is it more profitable to sell singles on eBay or whatnot? I don't know. I only sell on eBay, so I have no comparison. I don't know what kind of rate they charge on whatnot. I don't know how the sales are on whatnot. I've never been on the site. Probably should check that out sometime. Surprise, surprise, companies treat their biggest customers better. I don't know if that's even the moral of that story. The moral of the story is there is no moral. It's just like some businesses buy more product than others. Some businesses jump through more hoops, therefore they get more allocation than others. And it's not surprising or I don't know. It's just like, yeah. If you have a huge business and huge companies, you're breaking on their platform all day, every day, you're going to get more allocation. At least a little bit. It all makes sense. It's all like standard. Everybody knew. Like, is anything? Yeah, there's just nothing eye-opening or even worthy of like talking about. I mean, I'm saying words right now, but it's just I don't know. Like, hey, X company makes more than Y company. That's life. I don't know. Like, I didn't feel a need to make a video on it because it was just boring. Boring. Who cares how much these people are spending? I don't. Like I said, the only thing that was surprising was that they would I mean, I don't know how it happened. Did they get that would be the one thing that catches my interest. I wonder how this happened. Did someone leak it or did someone hack the company? That's the only interesting thing. Like a mystery story. The numbers and all that doesn't faze me at all, but the who done it, that's more interesting. Who done it? Who's the bad boy or girl who got this info leaked out under their watch? Well, what do you mean? Like, why do you assume they're getting treated better? Ben says if someone spends $40 million, they should get treated a little bit better. I don't know what like treated better means. I think everybody's getting treated properly. Like, no one's getting treated bad. Like, no one's like getting berated or like what's getting treated poorly. If you consider, I mean, people want more allocation. If you consider not getting as much allocation as getting treated poorly, or getting more allocation as getting treated better, if that's what you're talking about, I don't think that is really what's. It's just like there's certain standards that Fanatics has for how they want their card shops and breakers to behave. And then the optics, how those people, how their business is set up. You know, they want a clean storefront. They want new product. They don't want sloppy messiness, like cigarette smoking in there, like, you know, like looking like a flea market with, I don't know, like poor signage, and there's just like a certain way that they expect a shop that gets an allocation from them should behave. They have standards and practices, and yeah, for sure. Same with the breakers. The breakers need to behave a certain way. No shadiness. They have like a set of guidelines. Like, yeah. But that's not like they're getting treated better, or just because someone's spending $50 million, I don't think they're getting treated better than a guy who's spending $1. I think everybody's being treated fairly. Like, if you have a good or service that tons of people want, get in line and behave a very specific way, because you're a representative of our product. Makes sense. I don't know why they didn't do that before. Like, whoever was in charge of Topps before dropped the ball. That's why new guy came in and took over, and he's like, I see inefficiencies everywhere. And there were, and there still are, maybe, even though they gobbled up all the inefficiencies. I told the story so many times, but like, my local card shop in my town was not what they want. And it doesn't exist anymore. Like, some people, you give them all this leash. As a company who sells a good, a high demand good, there's two ways of looking at it. There's just like okay, just buy it all and then next, move on, and then we'll pump out the next product. I'm sure these guys will be fine. Like, whoever's buying the product, who cares what they do after they bought the product from us? That's on them. You could look at it that way. But not everybody knows how to run a business properly, and they're going to be a stain on the name of the company. A lot of people are, because they just don't have good business smarts and good business sense. And maybe they're a little shady. Lord knows. They probably, like a lot of people are. And maybe they're kind of like, I don't know, they're just doing something that's not a good look. Well, previous Topps didn't care about any of that. They're just like, okay, the next product's coming out in 2 weeks. See you then. Caleb Freeman to 250. And they had distributors, so it was kind of like you didn't get your stuff allocated directly from Topps or Fanatics. Now you do, some of it. They do have distributors still. But back then, the game back then was you got to get in with a distributor and you got to follow the rules and somehow get an allocation from a distributor. Somehow. Good luck. Because the things that they wanted you to do to get your allocation were not fun. Gage Workman to 150. And these things included buying product that you can't make any money off of. How are you supposed to start a business and buy a product that you're going to lose money off of? All of it. Like, you're going to lose money on all of this product. Because the only way you could get an allocation was buy the old junk that no one wanted to buy. Glad those days are over. Those unfair business practices. I'm surprised they didn't get sued. Hayden Singer to 99. I actually wouldn't be surprised if this document leak presented some legal problems for them. But I don't know. If it warrants that. I don't know how many people care. Like I said, there wasn't really anything that came out that was like damning or reputation breaking. If anything, it just shows you who the big ballers are. Cam Smith refractor. Does a nice card store have to be large? No, absolutely not. Just has to not. And it's like, you know what it is. You know what a nice card store and a junk card store is. Everybody does. You have eyes. It definitely doesn't have to be big. It has nothing to do with it. I like a quaint, smaller little card shop. I think a lot of people do. Reminds me more of the good old days. It's just like it has to be clean, organized, and whoever owns it has, you should be a little personable. We've got some Topps Archives 2025. Most shops are breaking to keep the doors open. You think that's what it is? I'll tell you. The whole owning, like, things have been good for the last few years. But that's not always the case. Because as soon as a product comes out, or a year, we can nail it down to a year. Some sports are different than others, but we could just say a year. When you get a year that happens, and there's no, like, good rookies, and it's not just good rookie, it's like good young rookie this varies from sport to sport, but in general, who's like maybe capable of winning a championship or being a Hall of Fame type player. You can extrapolate. How are they now? What team are they on? Are they in a big market? How young are they? There's a lot of factors. We talk about it all the time. But when a year comes out that there's no good rookies, that's going to hurt a lot of people. But the last few years have not hurt anybody. So I don't agree with these companies, these card shops are breaking just to keep the doors open. I call shenanigans on that. They're making lots of money. Because there's no product that they're having to beg people to buy. Everybody's buying everything. You got it, we're buying it. So if these companies are saying that, then they're not being honest with you. Sometimes what happens is a release comes out and it's not good, and then you have to sell it for at or below, but that hasn't happened in quite a while. And also, the game is different now. Like back in the day, this used to be, and when I say back in the day, even just back before Fanatics took over, just a handful of years ago, when you had to play the game with allocation that I was just talking about, where the game is, okay, I want 2026 Topps Series 1. You're talking to your distributor, okay? There's a few big distributors in the country. And you're like, hey, distributor, can I get some 2026 Series 1? And they go, yeah, but I'm going to need you to buy all, like, these cases of 2021 Series 1 for, like, whatever price that I tell you. And this price is going to be higher than it's actually worth. Okay, that's not good. And then you can actually struggle. But now, like when Fanatics has an offering, like an allocation offering or whatever, you don't have to buy anything from them. It used to be you had to buy every single thing that came out, or else you wouldn't get an allocation anymore. Back in those days, card shops could struggle big time and even go out of business if you had a bad year of releases or something, or if the economy hit and it wasn't like doing good. But our economy's actually like quite good. Cards are at an all-time high. Everything sells very fast. There's like a limited supply for most people, most companies. It's different now with that too. Limited supply for these companies. So it's not like card shop can only get, X amount and they sell it all and they make money on all of it. There's like more money to be made on it too, because of the way that the distribution's going. So So like when I keep saying back in the day, and I'm just referring to right before Fanatics took over, there wasn't as much margin either on some stuff. Some stuff there was, but some stuff like the margin wasn't there. So I could see like card shops struggling then, even though, I mean, even mine was still crushing, and they were pretty horrible. It all kind of depends also on how good of a business person you are, how you can handle your overhead, your costs, your fees, how many people you have working, how much waste and fraud and abuse is going on in your store. But I think that putting it like these companies have to break just to keep the doors open. They're breaking because they're making. Like, it's much easier to be like, $750 please, rather than doing it the way I'm doing it, where I gotta open all the cards and then sort them all out by 30 teams and then pack them and ship them, hope they get there. Much easier to just be like, here you go, done and done. Cash please. Card shops dealing cash. It's a whole nother ball game that we're not going to talk about. Angel Martinez. Yeah, breaking is a if you can, but there's two different things too. Like they separate it out. There's breaking, and then like if you get an allocation for breaking, you're not supposed to sell that by the box. Like I can't sell stuff by the box if I get it from Tops or Fanatics for breaking. But if I have a card shop and I get an allocation for a card shop, I can't break that stuff. I have to only sell it in like as a box or a pack. So they have like two different criteria. You can get both though. You can be both. And I'd be both if I could, or like if I wanted to open up a card shop and if I was fortunate enough to be able to get an allocation, I would do both. It's just another avenue of how to sell your stuff. It's like having an eBay store when you have a card shop. Okay, you want as many, and also like doing flea markets on the side and also setting up at card shops. Like you want as many avenues to sell your product as possible. Rhett Lauder, pink. Julio. Breakers send boxes to other breakers in their network. I don't know what in their network means. And I don't know if you're really allowed to do that. So you might want to keep that to yourself. They do watch my show. Hey, Johnny, who are you talking about specifically? I want first and last names and addresses. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I don't know if you're... Like, as far as I know, they don't want stuff like that to happen. Like, they used to do that. There used to be like... And there still maybe is, but as far as I know... They don't want that to happen. Could be wrong. Bobby to 149. Jesse's got the Royals. Gunner? Pink Gunner? How do we think Gunner's going to do this year? I wonder where he's ranked on the shortstop rankings. I should have pulled that up. I do have the... We were talking about the farm systems, too. I'm going to keep going with that. We talked about the number 1 farm system. It's the Pirates. They're Skeens. But the number 2... Can you guys guess who the number 2 farm system is? No cheating. Just put a name in the chat. Oh! That's a sweet hit. 20 of 25 Bobby Witt Jr. on-card punch-out. Whoa! Yes! Man, that's a cool... Just a really cool card. He's got a great auto, too. Jeez, we're gonna hot B that one. That's a glorious, glorious hit. Going to the Royals. Jesse. Back-to-back Bobbies. Brewers, Mariners, Rays, Dodgers, Tigers. According to Baseball America, number 2 farm system, Cardinals. Top prospect, J.J. Weatherholt. They've got Rainiel Rodriguez, Josh Baez, Liam Doyle, Quinn Matthews, Brandon Clark. In 2025, they were ranked number 18, so their prospects are progressing. Did you guys see that Chasing Cardboard episode? Recent one. I think it came out today, maybe. The dude had a huge, like, man cave full of stuff. It was one of the sweetest collections I've ever seen. I mean, I've seen a lot of cool collections, but this one in particular had a lot of stuff that I like personally. And they had the bow, the bat breaker bow. Giant, like, poster of it. It's not the bat breaker bow. It's the one where he's wearing the pads and he's got the bat. The classic card. And it was autographed by Bo Jackson. And the guy was saying, oh, and a Nick Kurtz auto? What a box. It's a dream box. So he had the Bo and it was autographed. And he said Bo doesn't sign these anymore. He won't sign the card. He won't sign the image because he had like a falling out with the photographer or something. Wow, what a box. We got a dueling Hot Bees. Dueling Hot Bees. And it goes a little something. I don't know if there's any sound for that. Was there any sound for that? Did you guys hear that? Oh well. Because they didn't give him royalties for that? Yeah, I don't know how that works. Heard it. You heard it a little bit. Snapshot. The old... Yeah, oh well. Breaker's Delight. He won't even show up to events if they mention that. Whoa. Sounded normal? Okay, I just didn't see any sound on my screen. It's pretty crazy. It's like one of the most iconic cards ever. He's got a beef. So yeah, that would be a really cool one to buy that's autographed. Or to find at a flea market or something. Refractors. Denzel Clark. Back-to-back blues. This is a Blu-ray wave. Mikel Garcia, 143 of 150. Another Royals hit for Jesse, followed by Austin Hayes, 82 of 150. Going to Eric. Ornelas, green. Kendall. Wagaman to 99. Going to John. And a Sasaki image variation. Rookie image variation. That's a banger. Jeffrey. How's it going, Randy? Brooksley, Wagaman, and Peterson. Ready for baseball season? For sure, man. I'm ready to play some FanDuel baseball. I love daily fantasy baseball. It's like my favorite thing in the world. One of my favorite things. Super fun. And I know the way to win too, so it's some big tournament wins last year. And I'm looking to follow it up. X-Fractor and a green in box. Pack number 1, box number 2. 62 of 99, Mason Morris. Younger man. X-Fractor. Nice Kilby refractor. Your one goal this year is to save $1,400 and get a midnight box. Woo! Good luck. What is this? Oh, gold. Cason Cunningham draft. There's that. It's not that same pack, but Bodine to 125. Aqua Reptilian. Gold Cason Cunningham. That's a hit for John. That is a hit for David. Kind of sounds like Primus. A little bit. Just a little bit. Kyle Lodis for Chris. Autograph. First autograph. Scoob staying in Detroit. Well, at least for half of this year. At the very least, I think. Scooble's arbitration decision. I don't know if there's been an announcement on it yet. I haven't seen. I'm on Roto right now. And I don't see it. Josh Hammond, green. Let the Yankees... No, come on. Easy, fellas. We're not just letting this team or that team have Scooble. There's none of that. Let's get this arbitration deal worked out. And then next season, there's going to be some kind of a lockout, so maybe the Tigers can work out a deal. Oh, everybody wants Scooble. Scooble to the Mariners. Scooble to... Well, where are the Phillies fans? Come on in. They always got to get involved in this. Phillies need to pick up Scooble. They're next. Where's the Mets fans at? We got all the money in the world. We're going to buy Scooble. Oh, I hate to hate... Can you imagine? It's like... Imagine if, like, you and your girlfriend broke up and there's, like, 500 suitors out there. They're just like, here's why you should come date me. It's just a brutal thing to experience. Is Job going to be ready? Not to start the season. Give you Dominguez. No. What if they sign Scooble for $32 million, trade him for a haul, and sign Valdez on the cheap? No deal? I just want him for the rest of this year. Just have him all year, and let's see what happens. Let's see if we can win the whole thing somehow. And then let's say it ends up being the Tigers and the Dodgers in the World Series. Everybody's going to be outside of LA. Everybody's going to be rooting for the Tigers because they're going to be seen as the underdog. And Scooble's going to be a free agent after that year. And he's going to command even more money. And he's going to win a World Series. And then he's going to be the greatest thing. That's what's going to happen. Bradley Ebel. Number 32 pick. Shortstop for Milwaukee out of high school. That's a good pick. That's a good hit. Al has the Brew Crew. Wayne says, Stryker, who you got taking home the gold in curling this year? Oh, man, it's going to be a tough, close race. There's so many possibilities. Anybody could win it. Scooble will sign for a nobody team who has no money on the books. What if the Pirates just come up and they're like, all right, we're ready. And they offer him, I don't know, $70 million a year or something. Like, who knows what it's going to take, dude? It could be something insane. 60, 70 million a year. Phillips. Like, we'll see. He could win 3 Cy Youngs in a row. He's like the favorite right now. Tigers need at least one lefty to beat the Dodgers. Yeah, I also think Framber's on the table for the Tigers. I think they get this arbitration done and then they go and grab Framber. And then we've got two really good lefties. And then a couple of pretty good righties, a handful of pretty good righties. Our pitching staff would be, I wouldn't say the best in the league, but close to, and also capable of winning a World Series at that point. Just the pitching staff, and then you get what you get out of the hitting. Because our bullpen's really good. And our starters are good at this point, and if we sign Framber, they'll be even better. Franklin Arias to 125. And then we got the upgrades coming in McGonigal and Max Clark. Hopefully they come and they are an upgrade. Once again, we never know. Tigers owner's cheap AF. He's like middling. You know, he's not like super cheap, but he's just not like, I don't know. He's not a big market. It's not like big market money. It's like mid-market money. How do you put your jersey on your chair like that? It's actually pretty straightforward. Just slide it right on. Should I do a tutorial? It'd be real quick and boring. There's Dax. Jesus Made. Which brings us to the number 3 farm team in the league. It's the Milwaukee Brewers. With top prospect Jesus Made, Baseball America's 2025 Organization of the Year, the Brewers are among the best in the game. Throughout all facets of scouting and player development, 4 of their top 10 prospects are homegrown international signings. They find late-round gems and have a system with both impact talent at the top and depth at all levels. The Brewers' previous ranks, 2025, they were ranked 9th overall. 2024, they were ranked 2nd overall. Number 3 farm system, Milwaukee Brewers. And that leads us to the number 4 system, which is the Detroit Tigers. Top prospect, Kevin McGonigal. He's a shortstop. Few organizations can come close to matching the top-end prospect talent the Tigers have. Yes. Led by McGonigal, Max Clark, and Bryce Rayner. The system drops off pretty quick after that. Shut up. But the recent investments in high-ceiling pitchers could pay off in 2027. I thought they had like 5 top 100 prospects. But okay. In 2025, they were ranked number 2. In 2024, they were ranked number 5. See, this is the only farm system that's been consistently good for the last 5 years. 2023, there's a drop-off. They were like ranked number 26, but 2022, they were ranked number 6 overall, and 2021, number 5. So we've had these 2 like waves of talented prospects coming up, and we're in wave number 2 right now. And these guys are going to be making their debuts, at least McGonigal and Clark, maybe even Rayner, who knows, this year. And then the system is gonna drop big time, because we're gonna have all of our guys, you know, formerly top farm system with Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson, Tarek Skubal, Jackson Jobe, and others. You just hope like 1 or 2 of them ends up really hitting. And so far we got Riley, who's all-star, multi-time all-star. He hit, Skubal hit. And we just hope like maybe 1 or 2 of these guys, maybe McGonigal's the guy. Maybe both. Him and Clark. Okay, yeah, it's time for a planetary pursuit. We haven't gotten one in a while, and I want to see one. I'd like to see a Jupiter. What is it? Oh, it's an upside down. That threw me off right there. That was weird, but I got it. Refractor. Teoscar. Jace Young, Ben Rice. Judge and Jeter. Oh yeah. Yeah. Jacob Wilson. Gold Interstellar 36 out of 50. Extraterrestrial talent. That is a banger. I love this. Something with that. Like, he's got a little bit of gold. His protectors are gold. It's like a bit of a color match. Love that. Jesse. And you are hitting, aren't you? Planetarium. Judge. Nope. Oh, man. Giving me these upside down is throwing me off. Keep thinking it's a planetary. Nick Kurtz, rookie. The Aqua Equinox. Freddie Freeman to 199. Dodgers hit for Jeffrey. Look at all the inserts are flipped around. Strange. Zach Veen, rookie. Bobby, light speed. Got another nuke, it's Pena. Ted Williams. Jackson Merrill. Will Smith refractor. Kristen Campbell light speed. Pretty sweet. Ultraviolet beam, James Wood. And we got one more. Blue Moon. Lee to 99. Still no auto, man. It is. Seemed like early when we first started ripping this, like the first week or something, we were hitting like an auto 1 out of every 2 to 3 boxes. Maybe we were just getting lucky, because it seems like now it's definitely more like 1 in 3-ish. It's supposed to be 2 per case, or 6 boxes a case, so it should get 2 in a case. Kurtz or Wilson? Kurtz. If I had a choice on like who to collect. Collecting's different than real life. A little bit. Home run hitters are usually more popular, especially if you do some kind of record-setting home run. 4 in a game tends to do a lot for your hobby, at least temporarily. Is Jace Young that guy? Doesn't look like it. No, he's one of those guys that, like, that's part of that farm system we were talking about. Jace Young and we didn't even talk about Dylan Dingler, but he kind of made it too. Yeah, I can't even remember this dude's name. Oh yeah, Troy Melton is a guy who a lot of people that aren't super familiar with the Tigers are maybe sleeping on when they're looking at him going, what did they do? What are they going to be this year? Troy Melton's real good, and he's going to be a big piece of the puzzle. Part of the reason why we're not spending a ton of money, I think. But like Colt Keith, so Colt Keith and Jace Young were like high up on those prospect rankings, and they're both, I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe time will tell. But Jace was struggling quite a bit, and Colt just looks kind of be like mid. Yeah, Wilson did get a big contract. It wasn't huge, but like big for a guy that young, I guess. Okay, there's a lot happening here. A lot happening here. Here's the first way you can tell. Only one base card up front. That means we got some bonus hits. Starting with Morales. Yohandy Morales to 25. It's a Nationals hit for Eric. And then we're getting into the autographs. Josh Owen, 1 of 71. That's an eBay 101 for Eric. Ryan Weidman, Padres, Kendall. Congratulations. And look at all this color. I think we... bonus autograph? Wait. No, not a bonus autograph. That was the third auto. They put that in a weird spot. That's a good autograph. True Blue Billy Carlson. Going to Chris. Old Billy Carlson was the number 10 overall pick. Shortstop out of high school. It's a big boy. That's what I was looking at. I thought that was going to be something else. Oh, and a Willits to 150. Blue Geometric. 109 of 150 for Eric. Jacob Reamer to 99. And then another one. Neville to 250. What a loaded box. Goodness. Lots of big boys out of this box. Holy. We got the basketball break coming up next, where we're going to be opening some Topps Flagship, different formats of Topps Flagship, Topps Chrome, and Midnight. Can I interest you in a $10,000 spot for Dylan Harper? We're going to sit here till you buy it. I don't want to use the G word, but love it. Sounds like Audio Slave. Here. Man, this break was hitting like crazy. Mr. Coffee, I've banned people for life for less. Just so you know, I'm watching you. Bobby to 149, Stephen Kwan to 99, Hammond to 99, Garcia to 150, Wagaman to 99, Ornelas to 99, Hayes to 150, Voigt to 75, Weatherholt to 150, Phillips to 71, Martinez rookie auto, Sanger to 99, Kent to 250, Gamble sky blue, Freeman to 250, Workman to 150, Cam Smith refractor, Bonnemer to 125, Valdez to 499, Smith to 99. Bodine to 125. Kilby refractor. Youngerman X-fractor. Morris to 99. Jacob Wilson, extraterrestrial talent to 50. Gold, interstellar. Arias to 125. Ebel, first auto. Lodice to first auto. Phillips as well. Cason Cunningham to 50. That's a sweet gold as well. Neville to 250. Reamer to 99. Weidman, first auto. Owens to 71. Lee to 99. Ultraviolet Beam, James Wood. Pena Nuke, Freeman to 99, 199. Kurtz rookie. Judge Nucleus. Billy Carlson, True Blue, first auto to 150. Eli Willits to 150. Sasaki rookie image variation. Cason Cunningham, first auto. Nick Kurtz, sweet on-card rookie auto. Fan favorites. Bobby Witt Jr. to 25 punch-out auto. That is on card as well. And Morales to 25. Now we're going to rip some basketball. We're going to start with this. You guys ready? Break number 3? We're doing it live. GT asks, QQ, a local card shop has flagship hobby boxes for $235. Is that a decent deal? You have to get a little more specific, buddy. But here's what you can do. Whatever you're looking for, whatever you want to know, is it a decent deal? Just go to blowout.com and see what price they're offering it for. If it's more or like it's real easy to figure it out from that point. That way, I can teach you how to fish here rather than relying on somebody asking them if it's a good deal. You gotta learn how to find out yourself. You go to Blowout or Dave and Adams or Steel City. Those guys all have it for about the same price usually. So if you just go to one of them, I usually go to Blowout as the go-to, like what's the price? Because they kind of set the price for the market. So go check it out there, figure it out. You can even just pull it up on your phone in the store. And if it's higher, just be like, hey, Blowout's got it for this price. You guys willing to come down a little bit? But flagship is like, can be a Series 1, Series 2, or update. Or if you're talking about flagship basketball, I have no idea. So yeah, cash sometimes gets you a discount too. I've noticed a lot of places these days are charging a 3% surcharge for using a credit card, which is insane because we had this huge like push to go cashless in society over the last couple of years. And then they're like, okay, we got everybody cashless, 3% surcharge for using a credit card. Push it even more. I don't know. Get everybody to stop using cash and then charge them for using their credit card. What is this? Seems like a dirty trick. Why does Blowout Cards have 25 Chrome Update mega boxes on sale for $50? How much were they originally? Is it a $50 box? Or is it $60? I prefer to pay in cards. Yeah, me too. Can we pay in cardboard, please? Like, imagine being able to pull like a stack of commons out and just be like, okay, let's see what we got. So, quarter. There's 50 cents. We accept commons. Oh, man. I'd be doing a lot of shopping at that place. Steph Curry, Trey Johnson, Ace Bailey. Jeremiah Fierce. Any arbitration news yet? We got to have some arbitration news. It's like... It's almost 5 o'clock. Tarek Skubal arbitration case could completely revolutionize MLB's salary system. I bet you the upcoming lockout is going to have something to say about it. Dylan Harper. I wonder if we got a group of people together, like a huge group of people together, and we could get like some kind of like a, I don't know, like something, it's like signatures or something that says, if you guys lock out this season, we're never going to watch again. Just to kind of tilt the scales a little bit towards quit being so freaking greedy and get a deal done. If the owners and the players and everybody actually had a number behind how many people would be upset about it, whether it's true or not that you'd never watch again, you know, you could actually have a say in the matter. Whether or not that would actually make, I don't know. Would it do anything? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not, but Edgecombe. But imagine if you could get like, I don't know, 1 million signatures. That's a lot. I bet you could. Wagner. He got moved. Holofoil. Triple J. Harper. Another Harper. Generation Now. $10,000 card. Not quite. They still wouldn't care. No, but like what it would do is it would get some publicity. Like the more people that are loud about issues, the more it moves the needle, even though you might not think. What it would do is it'd get more and more people talking about it and more people fired up and more negativity and just more of a like, just get a deal done. VJ. And it's like, you also, I think mentally people also want to go, I wouldn't do anything because it like helps you be lazy about issues. Like, I don't need to have my voice heard about this. It's not going to help anyway. And because like in your mind, you're just like, I can just be lazy about this and who cares, you know, I don't need to make a stink about it because it doesn't matter anyway, right? Paul George, 8-bit ballers, holofoil. Dry box. Nothing like our mega box from last week. Holy, was that thing juiced. Let's see what we got. Let's open up midnight. Pressure both sides. Just like you can feel it when you get people riled up. Like it does create pressure. Whether or not it actually does anything, I don't know. But like you can imagine if everybody stayed silent, the fans, then, you know, they could, I guess, just keep it going forever. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Just thinking about things. Kessler on front. I got to give it to him. These cards are beautiful. They're awesome. It's a nice staff. Some kind of a parallel. Some kind of a beautiful parallel. LaMelo. Their base card. What do we got? One more. Numbered. Carter Bryant rookie to 25. These are sweet. I like these Insomnia parallels. Interesting idea. And in case you're wondering, these are 100 point top loaders because these cards are all real thick. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do this. It looks like we got an RPA in here, so we'll do the back one first. Rasheer Fleming, 9 of 50. Does look very cool. That's an on-card autograph. Midnight Sun. That's why it looks so cool. I haven't seen that yet. Whoa. Well, who do we got? Let's see. The Suns. Phoenix Suns for Travis. They really nailed the design of these. Yeah, they did. They are really cool. Kind of card you can just look at in different angles and get different refractions. Next up, Kelvin Murphy. Houston Rockets legend. For Justin. Stroke of Midnight. And finally, another Fleming. 2 on-card Fleming autos. Rookie jersey autograph. To 199. Sun's hitting on that one. Travis. We'll put the Flemings next to each other. Look at them. All right, we got more. A lot more to open. What do you say we do a hanger box? They've got the beautiful Diamante parallels inside of here. Chase exclusive Diamantes. Only place you can get them? Out of a hanger box. Looking for a con to go with your Cooper Horizon Equinox to 20. Whoa. Just gonna fly through here. You got an ace. Oh, there's a Cooper. Hey, bud. Cooper's taking it to another level, man. I told you, man, when they let him off his leash, what's going to happen? I said that last week, and they just let him off the leash. 3 consecutive 30-plus point performances. Most ever by a teenager. Drake Powell, Rainbow Foil. Derek Queen, Generation Now, Shaq, 8-Bit Ballers. Tatum, Sorber, and then some stuff. The Diamantes, Michael Porter Jr. Grimes. Fanatics box. This is the format I recommend out of flagship. You can find them for a good price. Fanatics boxes. These and the hanger boxes, my two preferred formats. Although, like, mega boxes technically are a good $1 per hit. But I've opened up a lot of them, and, like, reality doesn't seem to match quite up with the numbers on that. Because I ran all this stuff into my spreadsheet, which is available if anybody wants to join a break. The way you do it is through Patreon. Join my Patreon group, become a slammer, and that's how you can join a break. Let me give you a link in the chat. And also I put those spreadsheets in there. They're in the collections tab. Slammers can access them anytime they want. Dropping a link. So if you've ever wanted to support the channel, the best way to do it is to join the Slammer tier on Patreon. What's up, Derek? Loving the basketball content. Thank you. Has anybody seen Optic Football Blasters in the wild? I have not, but I haven't been looking. I'm not into Panini stuff, so I won't be. Turns out, so I've got the hot hand for Danny Wolf, and he went to Michigan. Turns out he went to Michigan. I didn't realize it. Like after my buddy told me, because he watched, he's like, I see you're the Danny Wolf whisperer too, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, you know, he went to Michigan. I'm like, oh yeah. Like, that's crazy. That's a pretty tough one. Pink holofoil. Marketing. Not a ton of these pinks. Rippin' Dicky says, who is that ex-pro analysis said Cooper's skill set would never translate to the pro level? I never heard that. But they should be ashamed of themselves. I think Brooklyn has like 5 picks from this last draft or something. 5 or 6 picks from the last draft on their team. It's crazy. Did you guys see the Pistons smoke the Nets? 53 all-time differential for the Pistons. I was watching that game. I watched the game. It sucked because the starters didn't play the second half. Yang. And my wife kept walking in, and I'm like, look at the score. Oh, what is this? Oh, you just got a real one auto. Peyton Pritchard, real one. Baby. Freebie. Very nice. That's a Celtics hit for Kurt. Sweet real one out of a flagship box. We'll take it. I have a Con and Cooper X-Fractor. Do you think I should sell them now? No, get the blue. Well, I mean, I don't. Either way, you should probably send them to the upgrade shop before you do anything. Very nice spheres, too. We got the Top Sporter exclusive from the Fanatics boxes here. Yeah, it makes you nostalgic seeing the Pistons. It reminds me of the 80s, 90s. It really does. You got to watch the team. They give me hope for the NBA. I mean, maybe not the NBA in general, but it just is fun to watch. They're a really fun, inspiring team to watch because the narrative is today's basketball sucks. Today's NBA basketball sucks because all they do is chuck three-pointers and they don't play defense. Well, the Pistons don't chuck three-pointers and they do play defense and they score in the paint at the highest rate in the league, I believe. They're like one of the best defensive teams and they score in the paint. So they go against the narrative of why the NBA sucks these days. James Harden, 8-bit ballers. Ty Jerome. KD, power players. Sar, Bryant, Pella, Another holofoil. See how loaded these boxes are, man? There's tons of parallels. You include the Topps border, and they're just absolutely juiced. And a Cooper. Clutch City. I think they can. I don't think they can win a championship with the current team they have, but I think all they got to do is make like one move, and they can do it. But then again, nobody thought the 2004 Pistons could win a championship either, and they're very similar to how that, like, just the vibe of the team, blue collar, going to work, working hard, playing defense, team oriented. You know, they're greater than the sum of their parts type of situation. Yeah, more grit on display. That's what we like in these parts. Like, we know we're not going to get the LeBron James to come play for our team, or the, you know, whatever superstar from whatever sport, just fill in the blanks. Like, we're not going to get that guy, so we got to be better. We got to be so synergistic that it's like we get 200% out of 100%. Topps Chrome Hanger Box. You know, those blue collar going to work Pistons with Phillips. LeBron leading off. Oh, okay. Activators. You know what? That is one that I don't have in my PC. I don't have a Cooper activators. I've got almost every other like easy to pull inserts, but I don't have this one. Different pose than normal. So the Mavericks. Jeffrey, you got the Mavericks. Let's hope Hot Hands McGee comes through for you. Got a lot of formats today. Let's try a blaster box. Okay, we're looking for red, white, and blue parallels that come out of these exclusive, and also the basketball parallels come out of here. Refractor Simpson. There's one. See how many parallels we get. Jaylen Brown, Ball of Duty. Another refractor back here? Yeah. Jovic. Here's the red, white, and blue. Russell. On the move today to Dallas, right? Still looking for that arbitration news. Got nothing. Weird. You'd think we'd hear something about it. Trey Johnson. One of the top rooks. And, oh, yes. Nice Knipple, dude. These are tough, man. The basketball, only one per blaster box. That's a tough pull. Michael. Sweet hit, brother. We got two more packs still, too. 2004 Pistons set 5+ defensive playoff records during that run. Ooh, love to hear that. Jason Tatum, that's a refractor, too. Danny Wolf, I told you. It's all about Danny Wolf here. Yeah, too bad he sucks. But is he better than Yang? Yes, he is. He sure is. Oh, he went from Dallas to Washington. Yeah, vice versa. Yakachunas rookie. Well, here it is. Here's our chance to chase the exclusive blue X-Fractors. See if we get any. Wolfgang better than the Yang Gang? I agree. Nice, yeah, Harper. Oh, this might. See, I haven't seen. I'm not gonna. Just keep your eyes peeled. That's all I'm saying. Keep your eyes peeled for what's to come out of this box, because getting the Harper is a good first step. Very good first step. Michael's got the Spurs. Congratulations on your silver/blue. If you choose to upgrade it. Gives a whole new meaning to the upgrade shop, eh? Instead of sending it to the upgrade shop, you can request it. Oh, yes. That is a... What is that? Is that a $100 SGA? It's to $299. I can't remember the exact breakdown, but that is a big redemption right there. If he wins, but now he's kind of got a little injury, so not really sure. Either way, we're top-loading him and putting him on the stage. OKC, Nicholas. This sounds like Pink Floyd. Wemby. Isn't the replacement not 1-for-1 in terms of the player? I'm assuming it is. We just read the thing. If that's the case, I'm sending everybody but Cooper. If you just get whoever, I would think it'd have to be 1-to-1. Suggs, Prism. Huh. Well, we got Harper. And we got more. More to go. A couple of big boys, as a matter of fact. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we just read the announcement for that, and it didn't say anything about, like, you'll just get who you get. It'd be foolish if it wasn't that way. Could you imagine? They could just, like... I don't even want to think about it. The shadiness that could come from that. Just send you all the scrubs, and they could just hold all the good ones. Also, think about it this way. Like, what do they do? Put the conspiracy hat on for a second. So they got to print this stuff out first, and then they start shipping it, right? They're not going to make them to order. Not just like print one off. That's stupid. Of course they wouldn't do that. So what if they print off like 10,000 Coopers and only 5,000 people redeem them? They got 5,000 blue Coopers just sitting there? How's that work? Are they going to throw them into a fire if they don't get redeemed? Or are they going to ignore them? I don't know. Oh. Print to order, like they get them all the orders in and then print and then close the orders. They're still gonna be rare. You gotta think of it this way. Just because we know, because we're like deep into this game, we know that you can just send the blue extractors back, but there are a lot of people who will never know about that, who will buy a mega box and don't know anything about the hobby, or even are just like not as deep as we are, and they'll never know. So they're still gonna be, I wouldn't say rare is the right word. I would say maybe uncommon. Because I don't know where's the cutoff between rare and uncommon. Like, that's not rare. There's only 299 of them. So that's like uncommon. Or do you call that rare? Does everybody have a different way of putting it? What is this? Oh, sweet. Oh, UV7. I don't know what that is, but that is a sick pull. Ultraviolet? Is that what the ultraviolet looks like? I don't know. Yeah, if there's like around 10,000 of them of regular X-Fractors that exist per player, nothing close to that is going to be the number that's actually redeemed. That's a process, dude. Not everybody's going to go through that process. They don't even know about it, let alone the people that are holding boxes for years and years. So 10,000 of them aren't going to even be out. Oh, okay, Minnesota. Jerome. Yeah, their ultraviolets are crazy. That is a sweet, just an amazing card. Wow. Another coup. And we got the voices. Yeah, it's cool, Mox. Never seen one of those before. Should we go like this? Just get these boys right up. There's almost too many good cards now. Okay. Wave Richard. Sorber Destiny. Davis. Hey, there's your Clipper. You had James Harden Instinct. That's something. And a James Harden to 199. To me, that face says, I'm about to flop. I'm about to draw a foul. I'm about to shoot a 3, then flail my arms out and draw a foul. Shack Tall Tales. We got 2 waves in this box. That is good. Banquero. Scoot. Only supposed to get 1 wave a box. Surprised we got 2. Dylan Harper, Generation Rising. Another Aqua. We got 3 Aquas? That's kind of weird. Or the SGA was from a different box, right? Oh, and the coupe. Wow. Chrome coupe. Good autograph too, Ace Bailey. Nicholas has the Jazz. Congratulations. That's the next stop signature. KD Prism. Trey Johnson rookie. Lots of Aquas. Aquas and waves. Carlos asks, what card do we get to send in for the blue X-Fractors? The answer is the silver X-Fractor. You can trade in for a blue X-Fractor. So technically both are going to become more rare. Or well, both are going to be more rare, I guess. Because there's going to be less silvers. And then there's going to be not that many blues going around. So both are going to be desirable. Which is why I've been saying it, but snaggle up a mega. I think megas at this point should all be gone. If you guys have megas still in your area for straight retail, 80, 85 bucks, you should have probably grabbed those if you know what's good for you. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but I will tell you what I would do if I saw it in the wild. I would be buying it. All of them. The Blue X-Fractor News has put a premium on those. I mean, I'm curious, like, what would they be? I don't know, like on Dave and Adams. Sometimes Blowout doesn't have all the retail stuff. You got to check Dave and Adams. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they've gone up. Because the last time I checked, which was just a couple of days ago, they were 125 bucks on the secondary market. Now they're 165. Just like that. Double your money. Oh, no, that's the Fanatics box. My bad. They're 127. Or 130. So they've gone up a little bit. It's already... They're going to be gone if they're not already. In the wild. Let's do another midnight. And then this is it. It's the last box of the break. Boatload of clone. Yeah, the blasters are like the last ones. See, it was at one point going to be the last ones to sell were probably going to be the mega boxes just because they're more expensive. It's like fewer people can afford that. And then now it's going to be the blasters are the last man standing on the floor. Come on, let's hit a big auto. No doubles in this box. No doubles. On back. Oh. Oh, hello, Cade. That is a sweet Insomnia.
Looks like a different color than... They just... Oh, that's an orange. This is so... Man, that is so subtle. Orange spokes coming out. Austin Reeves to 75. Lakers getting involved. Camille, congratulations. Oh, yes, the Knipple to 75. Look how cool that card is. Whoa. Daydreamers. Oh, that's so sweet. Look at him getting taken up. Haven't seen Daydreamers. It's a big card. Michael's getting hooked up. He's got a couple big Knipples. Look at him. Hey, we got a jersey auto. Will Riley. Rookie autograph. Going to Camille. Back to back. AJ Mitchell. OKC. For Nicholas. And finally, Senge. Interesting autograph for this fella. Midnight rookie jersey autograph. Couple of big Knipples. $130 on that big boy. It does look like it says poo. Come on, dude. No one told you? No one told him. They're like, bro, look at that again. He's like, yeah, what? I'm like, okay. You're cool with it. We are. We're always getting nice stuff in these basketball breaks. It's pretty wild. His moniker is Pooh. Oh, well then that makes sense, eh? Hey, we're going to need your autograph. How about I sign it Pooh? Because that's my nickname. How about you don't? If I was his representative, I'd be like, how about no? All right, here's the hits. Reeves to 75. Wave, Banchero, Richard, Capella to 299. Harden to 199. Why is one to 199 and one to 299? Just let it go. Fears, Tops Border, Harden, 8-bit ballers, holofoil. SGA to 299. Markkanen, pink holofoil. Fleming to 199. Fleming to 50. Carter Bryant to 25. Steph Curry. It's just a sweet parallel. Midnight. Calvin Murphy. Auto. Handful of coops. There's 1, 2, 3. There's another one down here. 4, 5. 5 different Coopers. AJ Mitchell. Will Riley, rookie. Dylan Harper, X-Fractor. Ultraviolet Edwards. Very cool card. Tough, rare insert. Big Knipple, basketball parallel. And another big one to 75. This thing is gnarly. Daydreamers. Gnarly card. Got a real one, too, out of a retail box. Peyton Pritchard. Ace Bailey rookie auto as well. It's a big boy. And Desenge. Pooh Bear. Rookie jersey autograph. Well, did you have fun today? I hope you did. Guess what Friday is? Museum Collection Day. Brand new release coming out for baseball cards. We'll do probably... We might do a basketball break then too. We'll have to see. We'll probably do a bunch of breaks on Friday. Maybe like 3 museum collection breaks and another Tops Midnight. So if you are interested, join the Patreon group. Links are in the chat. Links in the description. Links on my website. That's how you join a break. Appreciate everybody for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.